Hey folks, my name is Umka Jagdare and I'm coming at you from Detroit, Michigan. I'm going to talk to you today about how to do your master's in US even if you have low grades. So before we get started, I would really appreciate if you can give me a thumbs up to the video. It allows me to reach out to more people just like you. So let's get started. So master's in US and you have bad grades, or let's say I have bad grades. And how do you come to US? As a matter of fact, I'll tell you my story. I didn't had the perfect scores. I didn't had really good scores. As a matter of fact, I was an average student in my 12th grade, and that's how I had to fight a battle to come to US to do my undergrad. Now, this was about 9 years ago. This was in 2010, 2011. I came to US in 2011 fall. So it's been a while. So I'm going to share my example. I'm going to share some of my stories, and I'm also going to talk to you about how you, if you have bad grades, if you don't have excellent grades, how can you still come to US to do your master's or your undergrad? Okay, so let's jump into that. So let me tell you something. There are two ways you come to US. Okay, there are two things you need in US in order to come to US. First is you need to be able to give value to America. So if you are from like really good schools like IIT, or you are from engineering schools which are like top high ranked, top 30 schools in your state, schools will die to get you here. They want people like you here because, understand, skilled engineers, skilled international students are cheap labor for international universities, for American universities, because you will come here, you will work for $10-15 an hour, and you will do all that research, which universities can charge millions and dollars to big companies or government to sponsor and fund these programs. So they'll make a lot of money on you. So that's first way. So basically you're adding value, they want you to be here. Okay, second way is you have money. That's what they want from you. Now, if you have money, if you don't have money, if you're taking loans from India, it doesn't matter to them. If you're willing to pay $30, $40, $50,000 for your masters, they want you here. They want your money, they want you here. So let's put it out there. Let's be honest about it. Okay, so let's say you have bad grades. Okay, you didn't do really good in your engineering. You had fun, you had a lot of things that you partied and all these things. I did the same thing in my 12th. I didn't have the great scores, and let's say that's the case. Okay, now you want to come to US. Let's say you're in your last year, or even you are graduated and you're thinking about coming to America. This is what I'll tell you. Okay, the game is still not over yet. You still have another shot. Okay, there is SAT and there is TOEFL. If you're a master student, you have GRE and you have TOEFL. So that is your, that is another opportunity which can save you. Okay, now a good GRE score is about, in my opinion, is about 290 to 310 if you're an average student. If you're a really good student, you don't have to watch this video. So let's say you have that kind of score. In your TOEFL, you score about 80 plus. In my opinion, 80 plus is a good score. It will give you an admission into one of the universities. Okay, so let's say you have this kind of qualifications. Now here is the thing. This is what I recommend. If you want to come to US, make sure whichever city you are in, go to a consultancy. Whichever consultancy is locally, go and talk to them. Go and join them. They don't charge a lot of money, 40,000-50,000 rupees. I don't know how much they charge right now, but that's what they charged when I was coming to US. Understand, folks, that is one of the best investments you can do, because these people are masters in sending people to America. Understand, if you're sick, you go to a doctor, right? You go to a professional. If you want to come to America, you go to a consultant. You may think that why do I have to do that? That's a lot of money. I can do it by myself. But trust me, folks, I would highly encourage you to go there. Okay, go talk to them, because they will answer a lot of questions which maybe I cannot answer, maybe other people on YouTube cannot answer, because we have done this a long time ago. So these people are current, they have all the information, and they are sending hundreds and thousands of people every single month, every single year. Okay, so I would suggest go and talk to them. So what next? Here's the thing. Understand, how do you approach America is really important. Okay, so let's say you have fooled around in your engineering, you have done bad, you couldn't perform. Understand one thing, folks. When you come to US, you cannot be the same individual you have been back in your country. You have to change. Just because you have been a bad student back there doesn't mean you're gonna be a bad student here also. You will have to change. You will have to perform. You will have to become good individual. You will have to become a good student. That's the only way you are going to survive. It's a lot of competition here. You are going to compete with other international students. You're going to compete with American people for the job you want. There's a lot of competition. So how are you going to survive? You will have to become good at studying. Okay, so let's get back into how do you really come to US. So let's say you get this scores, let's say 270 to up to 310, between that, 290 to 310, between that and 80 plus in your TOEFL. Now even if you have a little bit lower scores, that's fine. Let's talk about it. So here's what you do. Understand, everybody wants to go to New York City, everybody wants to go to Los Angeles, everybody wants to go to bigger cities, but there are also schools in smaller towns, right? Your goal is to come to America. Does it really matter which city you go to? Your goal is to end up in US. So what I would do is look into universities that have higher acceptance rates. For example, when I was coming for undergrad, I looked into colleges like Lawrence Tech University. It has about 60% acceptance rate. University of New Haven, it has about another 60-70% of acceptance rate. Universities in like states that are not highly populated, not very well, maybe a lot of rural areas, like I'll give an example, Arkansas State University or Colorado State University. Now I'm giving examples of these universities. These are 4 to 5 examples. These are not the only universities, folks. Go out there and do your research. Understand, me or someone else, if they just reiterate, they just give you information about some universities, it doesn't make sense. We cannot tell you what is right for you. You have to do your own research. Go out there, find universities that can make sense to you, that can be on your budget, but also they will accept you even if you have bad grades. Because what do they want from you? They want your money, right? It's a local university, let's say in a town in boonies, like Arkansas. What do they want? They want international students to come to their school. Because local students are not, a lot of Americans actually do masters. Most Americans do undergrad. So masters program is actually a highly qualified program, and a lot of international people do that. So you are a prime candidate. Right now, with all that happened last 1 year with COVID and everything, not a lot of international people are coming to US. So understand, this is your opportunity. In my opinion, this is a great opportunity for, if you have bad grades, to end up in US, because you can, for bad grades, you can manage that by paying tuition fees. Now, if you have bad grades and bad financial situation, I am not sure. See if you can take a loan, but if that doesn't work out, I'm really not sure how you can manage to come here. Okay, but let's talk about that. So here's moving on. So let's say you end up at one of these universities, University of New Mexico, somewhere like that. You end up there, you study for a semester, you get good grades in your first semester. Let's say you get 2 A's, let's say you get 2 A minus. Okay, so you have a 3.7 GPA. What you can do now, you can transfer out. You can transfer out to a better university. So one semester you have only 4 months. You're only spending 4 months and you're jumping on to the next university. You're done. So that is how I would do. If I had to do it again and I had okay scores, I didn't have the best scores in the world. I had okay scores, even if I had failed a lot of subjects in my engineering or whatever program you have studied for your undergrad, and you still want to come here, come to an okay university. Even a bad university is totally fine. Make sure it's accredited. Don't go to universities which are not accredited. It's waste of time, money, and you'll be in trouble. Okay, don't do those kind of things. So here's what happens. So you end up in one of these schools, you transfer after a semester. Now you can join an okay university, you can join a good university, and you can complete your masters, and then you can get a job. Okay, so I think that's pretty much what I had. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section. If you want more information, if you want to connect with me, I'm on Instagram. If you have personal questions, I can connect to you there. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video then. Okay, bye.